on that actual drone story.
So apparently the feds show up if you post those lights on TikTok. Last week I posted a video about those 12 lights that I saw fall out of the sky on my way home. Not at the same time, they fell individually. Well, my boyfriend's coworker also saw them and he caught them on film and he posted them on TikTok. And apparently they showed up to his door and he was asked to delete the video. And every time I use Cape Cod as a location tag, I get a notification stating that the video is restricted due to the location being an invalid location tag. So it's safe to say I was right about them not being shooting stars.
Yes, Dr. Carlson, on the drone sighting over New Jersey, something big is happening. When you take a look at this first lady, the FB is showing up on American doors who are filming drones videos and posting them on TikTok. They are demanding the videos be deleted. So apparently, the Fed show up. If you post the slide on TikTok, last week I posted a video about those 12 light that I saw fell out of the sky on my way home, not at the same time. They fell individually where my boyfriend co-worker also saw them. If you've been following this channel, I complained that something was happening on this platform when you post these videos. And I have seen a lot of people now coming out to say even social media platforms were not allowing people to do that. Reason I had to stop, but it is important. I show you this interview Dr. Carson had
On that actual drone story, I have to confess, when we did the alien stories on Tucker Carlson tonight, I wasn't too into those stories, mainly because I don't want to know about these problems that are like beyond solving. Like if the aliens are about to invade, like forget it. Just
Well,
I have
they're not alien. They're
No,
hardly
I know,
alien.
but,
They're
and
spiritual beings from here, but whatever. But
Right.
I agree, we can't control it. I agree.
And in the beginning, people thought this was an alien thing in New Jersey, but it's obviously not. It's the government again is lying to us about what's going on there. So what do you think? I mean, I think the most plausible theory is that they're running tests. They say for this dirty bomb thing, or they want to gauge the public's reaction if drones were needed for some serious reason in the future. What do you think is actually happening there?
It's interesting. I mean, I feel like if there's, well, my whole job for 35 years has been like find out what's going on, and often I haven't been able to find out what's going on. And like do we ever really know what's going on?
Right,
Probably
right.
not. I mean, these are like metaphysical questions, but I think I've got a good track record for roughly finding out what's going on. Like you miss a lot, and maybe it's there's a lot of deception, but basically you kind of know what's going on, right? I've gotten nowhere on this. It's crazy.
I think that's a lot of people too. That's almost why I don't want to know anymore.
I've never seen anything like this, and I've called a lot of. I mean, I know a lot of people just because it's all I've ever done is like do this kind of thing, and I've called people at every level. I talked to, I talked to a member of Congress who I trust. There aren't many of those, but there are a few I trust. I talked to one I trust who went into the SCIF with congressional leaders, the secure area where you can have secure conversations and all that, and got a briefing from intel briefers on those drones, and the briefing was effectively identical to the DoD press release. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So they're not telling members of Congress, which, by the way, I think is unconstitutional. I don't think Congress doesn't assert its rights. That's a whole separate question, but they should demand it. Like, we're not funding you until they give me the fucking answer.
Right.
But, excuse me, that's how I feel. But the point is, I called, every sector I called, and I got like 5 different answers. So here's what I know. I know that something actually big is happening. I mean, I think we can deduce that.
Yeah.
I know that the cover-up is bipartisan completely. I mean, it's bipartisan. That always makes me uncomfortable. When both sides are in on something, it's not good. And I know that I don't know what it really is, which is just I've never had this experience before.
Yes, I have seen people with different opinions pertaining to what is going on. This man is actually a popular person, which you know. Let's look at this. I want to also see his opinion pertaining to the drone situations because every person I've seen or come across recently is confused. They have different versions on the same story.
Questions is about the drones
Yes.
that have been happening recently. So
We will answer them all in one statement. Most of the drones that you have been seeing have to do with man-made devices, human-made devices that are surveilling observing, and protecting against incursions from others with ill intent. Some of the drones may be extraterrestrial vehicles disguised as drones, but many of the drones, even the ones that are human-made, military-made, that are involved in this surveillance and observation, may still be being coordinated by extraterrestrial beings in terms of the information that is being gathered by the drones that is important for preventing others of ill intent from doing actions that would be detrimental to many of the societies on your planet. So it's a very complex and involved operation that involves not only your military, but also extraterrestrials on another level to help coordinate information that provides the protection necessary to prevent actions that have ill intent from happening in your world.
Yes, American fascination and frustration levels with mysterious drone sighting continue to grow, although the number of reports involving unidentified objects has dipped in the past few days. Federal agencies like the FBI have not provided definitive answers about where the drones are coming from. The agency continue to maintain that the drones are not the property of the US military and that there is no reason for concern about the object being operated by foreign governments. Last week, we saw the Federal Aviation Administration temporarily ban drones in certain parts of New York and New Jersey, where Democratic governor feel that anti-drone technology that was sent to the state isn't working. You can see exactly what is happening here. At the end of the day, people don't even know what is happening. When you see people speculating, saying all sort of things, you should understand their frustration why they are doing so. Last week, Tucker Carlson had this interview. I think I played this few days ago on this channel.
What are these drones in New Jersey?
I don't know. I've talked to people in the intelligence community. Some think it's, some are from an Iranian ship, but I haven't got.
Kind of treason.
Trump isn't one to let bygones be bygones.
The thing that disturbs me is not just that.
If you're seeing some videos behind my clips, please, I'm begging on you. That is just for the algorithm. You can stop here. You must not watch to the end. I usually like to pass this information so you should understand why I'm doing so. It is for the algorithm. Sometimes they don't want to recommend videos, so we know the trick.
Just, went like, how dare you? Do you even know what an audit is? And I'm like,
women and so many men are
theory that a lot of people seem to be coalescing around.
They were too woke, insisting that people use the term Latinx.
You have to say they. No, you have to do this.
Stop with the virtue signaling.
Step away from woke. Focus less on who is woke and more on who is broke.
I've never seen that.
I saw so many liberals getting super excited every time Kamala had a new celebrity endorsement. But we all know for a fact that these celebrity endorsements are not free.
Oh, is it true that they paid you $1 million for the endorsement for Kamala?
Not true.
Now it's time to unite everybody.
So, with that, I'm going to shake it off.
Figure out a way to say thank you.
That guy's name, he's such an absolute prick. I can't stand him. But anyway,
Hey there. Not doing great. Terrible night last night. It was a terrible night.
What will the rest of us be doing on day one?
Bishop Vigano, he says that
the election.
Well, if I look at the big picture, it doesn't look good. So I'm going to work on this.
No matter what's going on out there in the world, of course, the worst things could happen.
One I've known, which is every president, who's been really red.
ICE officers across the country.
Donald Trump has